Hello and welcome to the next studio vlog. I have a lot of things to do this week. Last week you saw my Polaris. I'm getting all of my conventions confused. Polaris in Hamburg was a convention I attended last week. We went there by train. You can see the full experience in the vlog before, and now I'm back. I did my haul. I've unpacked my stuff. Mostly some of the suitcases are still exactly where I left them, but I have all of my stuff, and now I need to get ready for the next events. And to do that, I have a bunch of deliveries that are coming. Since today is Friday the 18th, I think. I am getting everything confused at the moment. Friday the 18th, so we have a few more days before I need to head out to Max Berlin, which will be its own convention vlog. This is kind of like the 1 week in between preparing for a convention, unboxing new stuff, having a shop launch, all of that good stuff. My shop launch will include two parts. One that already happened, which I can show you in a second, and one with new items that are arriving in a few hours. Hopefully I got a FedEx notification that I need to head to my studio in a bit to get those. So the first thing is big bag of stuff in here. Yes, I grabbed the correct bag. So you might remember I did the merch collaboration with Metamorkid and Pandora Nox, the two Austrian drag queens who competed on Drag Race Germany, RuPaul's Drag Race Germany, and placed first and second respectively. So they did quite well. And since they're both local and we thought maybe let's make some cool stuff together, we designed these socks, which I have on screen here. And to match those, Metamorkid now has her solo show premiere tomorrow. It's called Richtig und Falsch, which means right and wrong in German. And we created this, the focus is working today, enamel pin set with 5 pins. We have the star, which has become Meta's main brand element, and 4 other pins. I have them all individually to show you, like a proper product review YouTuber. We have the only pin that isn't black, white, and red. We have this purple little kawaii spider with the big eyes and little stars. We have, of course, the star itself, the star of the show, which I'm really happy with how this turned out. I was unsure if it's going to be too simple, but I think it turned out just right. And then we have this little rose coffin. We went back on this design so often, almost scrapped it. We had the coffin with like a hand coming out and the coffin with like vampire wings. And we had some that were too complicated and too simple, and then we kind of scrapped everything and went for one of like the most basic designs we had. I might show you the design process in a second. I have my tablet with all of the other possible designs. This one came together super quickly. This was the first design that I finished. It's this skull hand holding the rose. I am super thrilled with how this turned out. I can't believe this was the easiest of the designs. And then probably the hardest design, since I have so many versions that look entirely different, is this Harlequin court jester clown pin with the black and red and white, because Meta also has like black and white split hair dye, and it kind of matches that entire vibe. And I'm really happy with how this turned out. This is my favorite pin of the set. So you can get these at the solo show, but you can also get them all online individually and with this collector's card, which has the title on it and our @ The backing card itself just arrived. It has this spotlight to match this image, which is from the promo of the show and the poster. And I kind of wanted to match the vibe, and I threw a bunch of did some red gradients and added some Photoshop filters and grain to make it look textured and interesting. It has, of course, our logos at the front, and on the back I tried to emulate the font, this Richtig und Falsch font, which was done by a separate designer. And I tried to emulate it with our @ and I copied the same ampersand @ symbol and have like the website and a little collect them all info on the back. So if you only get one, you're enticed when you see the card to maybe collect the others as well, since they do make a nice set. This really inspired me to make more of these cards for other pin sets that I have, since I have the 8 matcha dessert pins. I have like the matcha latte and the dango and the cheese roll, the Swiss roll kind of cake. I also have the 8 animal heads for like the Fruity Frog collection, which is what my delivery tomorrow is about. And I also have 8 Hanafuda stamp pins. Currently I don't have them as a set, but I do have them in like mystery blind gacha bags. So I might turn these into a blind bag as well if I have some left over, since those have been doing great as well. I think I've been talking for enough. My camera kind of turned itself off a second ago. I'm not quite sure if it's the wrong setting I'm recording on, but that is that. And then the thing that is arriving tomorrow, or later today, which I'm really excited about, is the new sock collection. So I have the 8 animal heads, I have them as patches as well. But the main idea was to have like a rainbow animal collection. I already have the fruity frogs and the apple Shiba, so I have the greenish turquoise and the dark blue colors covered, but I have red pandas, regular pandas, trash pandas, so like raccoons, geese and chicken, cows, cats, and tigers. I think that's all of the animals to make like a nice gradient, and I can't wait to how... I'm very bad at speaking today. I can't wait to see how those turned out. I've got the samples. I already taken all the product photos and edited them. I'll show you that in a second. I have my laptop right behind me connected to this huge monitor. But after that, I still need to create the labels for them that wrap around, so it has the care information and the title on it. Send those off to print so that they arrive in time. For Mex, I'll probably have to be putting the labels on while I'm already there at the convention center because I don't have enough time to do it before. It's all a bit hectic at the moment, but I need to launch those. I don't think I have the pins online either yet. I only have the animal patches, so pins and socks will be up at once. And then I need to do a lot of promo videos. My social media game has been a bit weak. But let's move over to the couch and have a chat about social media, shall we? This sure is interesting lighting. I'm not sure if it actually looks good or not, but I'm going to keep it for now. And if not, this segment is going to be short anyways. So I had an interesting chat with Facebook, Instagram, Meta yesterday. If you have a certain follower number, I'm not even sure what the limit there is. They offer you these insight talks where they talk about how to optimize your page. And it was the most useless 15 minutes I ever spent. They were like, you should be posting reels. And I'm like, I am. And you should use a few hashtags. I'm like, I am. Do I need to improve anything with my hashtags? And they were like, no, they look fine. And so apparently no big secrets that I should be doing. They mainly talked about video content being important and being consistent and posting regularly. So things that are not going to surprise you at all. But I've been kind of in a social media slump. I might be trying to use more trendy audios in the future and do a bit more of that to see if I can get a few more viral moments, since at the moment the talking videos that I like doing have been performing not particularly well. The same thing, I launched the Metamorkid pins yesterday with a collab post with both of our accounts, and Meta has very good engagement at the moment, and I have decent engagement at the moment, but still the post kind of underperformed, which meant the online sales for the first day really weren't as spectacular as we might have hoped. But I also I should have probably teased the pins a bit more before just surprise launching them the day before the show. But I'm not too worried about that. But in general, I'm kind of surprised that every single month in my online shop, the amount of orders has been a lot larger than last year, but the amount of sessions as well, so just the amount of people who are clicking on my site has been a lot higher every single month, almost 10 times as much per month. But October, I'm still below both my order sales numbers and my session numbers, which is strange because I've grown a lot on social media since last year. I've been posting more consistently and I have a lot more products. It might be because I've been kind of over pushing everything with the soy sauce bag, and the hype there has been a lot, and the sales have been really good during the summer months, which is normally a more slow period. So maybe I've just bitten off too much and need to chill a bit more, but I don't want to take these months off, since October, November, and then the first half of December are normally the biggest months in business. If you have like a gift type store, people gift socks for Christmas. It's a very wintry item. I have a lot of other stuff that is very useful as the presents, and people treat themselves more now. So I kind of really want to make the most out of these months so I can take January and February off and chill a bit more. But until then, I'm kind of worried that I need to be doing something different with social media so that it actually has reach and fun. I posted some random bag photos yesterday on TikTok and that got 40,000 views, which really surprised me since it was low effort. So maybe I just need to take less care and less effort. I kind of just randomly post stuff. Maybe that'll work. Yeah, social media is a big mystery. I pretend to know what I'm doing, and so far it's been going okay-ish, but now I need to get out of the direct sun of this window. I don't think this lighting was a good choice. Time to edit some stuff and wait for the packages to arrive. Okay, that was highly unfortunate. I just had a trip to the bank because last week on Friday, it is now Monday, I tried to put all the cash I got at my last two markets, so Polaris and then the Japanese festival and drag events, which I posted on my Instagram story. All of the cash from those sales into my bank account, as I always do, always the same bank with the same machine. And instead of it going on my bank account, I get a little piece of paper that says, come back on Monday and talk to us in person when we're open again, because it was after the regular staff closing hour, only the machine area was open. And I was like, oh shit, this is a lot. It was a lot of money. What was it? What's the cash I need for order productions, or not order, new merch production. And I come back now and he's like, there's no problem with your account or everything, that's all fine, which was a bit of a relief as well. But then it turns out the problem is that the machine is broken and the external company that fixes that is only here in 2 to 3 weeks. So I'll only get my money back in 3 to 4 weeks, which is a significant amount of money. And now I'm just like, okay, good thing I have some set aside, but if I hadn't budgeted a bit differently, because it was money that I already physically had, so it was already part of my budget, this would have been difficult. So yeah, that was an unfortunate start to my day. I'm now off to my driving lesson because I am doing my driver's license finally so that I can go to conventions on my own or with a helper soon. I don't need to find somebody else. And then I am off to the studio to pack orders, to unbox some new stuff, and to get ready for Mex. Okay, I am recording and this is a bit new for me. Oh, the autofocus is good. I have a brand new camera. It's the Sony ZV-E1 with the Sony 24mm 1.4 lens. It has great depth of field and I think it's gonna be cool. I'm not testing it at the best time because it is pitch black outside, so you just have my terrible overhead lighting, but I'm very impressed. Sorry, I'm not really looking at you on the camera. I'm just looking at the viewfinder and how good this image looks compared to my previous, most of my vlogs were either filmed on my iPhone 15 Pro Max, which has a decent camera, so that's all good, or on this little fellow, which is like the tiny little brother of what I'm filming on now. This is the Sony ZV-E1, this is the Sony ZV-1, and this is the E1, which means it has interchangeable lenses, and it's a full frame sensor, so I get all of that nice light and space and dynamic range. But what I actually want to show you, which isn't the new camera, which I'm looking at and you're not even seeing, is my brand new sock collection, which just arrived, which is on the table behind me. So we have things that are not part of the animal collection, which I want to show you, which are these gorgeous strawberry matcha socks, which are some of the favorite colors. I think they look so bright and fun, and they're perfect for the Christmassy gift season. I've added these all to my shop already. Then we have, to match the soy sauce fish bag, we have these soy sauce fish and soy sauce bottle socks, and they have a nice little subtle wave pattern between the two yellow colors and some sparks and some doodles. I like these a lot as well. Then I have 3 new sock designs, which I'm only going to show you super briefly, they're the exclusive sock designs for my advent calendar. And this one I already showed off on Instagram, so I can show it to you here as well. It's the Summer Festival Matsuri edition in green. It's exclusive to the calendar, and I show you a second design as well exclusively here for the first time. You will also be getting this neon dragon design. So it's my wraparound dragon. It kind of wraps around the foot and your ankle, and it's in neon colors. It's the first time that I'm trying the neon threads from my manufacturer, and I'm really happy with how these turned out as well. So those are the exclusive designs. And now I'm going to show you the full rainbow. It's a lot of designs, so let's have a look at those as well. We have the Sushi Red Panda, which is the red design, of course. Then we have an updated version of my farm life socks with the geese and the chicken. This time, instead of like the very dark background in black and dark brown, it's a more fun orange design. And it also doesn't have all of the flowers on it, which made the sock super tight. So this one's more stretchy since I left more space in the pattern. I'm learning as I'm designing more socks what's necessary to make it fit more people. Then we have the trash raccoons, which I'm wearing. I was going to lift my feet up into the camera, which I'm wearing right now. This is never going to end up on WikiFeet because I am never going to be famous enough to have a section on WikiFeet. This is my favorite of the new designs. It's this slightly warm-toned orangey yellow with the trash bag and the little trash can and the different little expressions. Sometimes he's angry, sometimes he's happy. I really, really like these. Then my second favorite are the red pandas for like the green and the rainbow. Again with sushi, but this time also with onigiri because it matched the color scheme so well with the orange and the slightly more yellow orange and then the nice green tone. Then there's a design which you've already seen before since these I released a while ago, but they're part of the set. It's my sad frogs, my fruity frog design. Then there's the apple Shiba, which is the blue design, which I don't have a pair of with me now, but they've also been released already. Then we have the ramen tiger with the ramen bowl in different colors, and then also like the stack of ingredients with the nori and the spring onions and the peppers and the egg. Also really like this one. Then I had a really hard time figuring out what to do on purple because so many colors don't pair well with purple, so a complementary color. I could have gone for like a green, but I already had the frogs and there's not that many other fun green animals, so I decided to go with a more yellowy orange tone. So these are my citrus cats. And this is the one which has the most variety in like the head shape. All of the others are very similar with different expressions, but with cats there's so many different cool fur patterns and colors, so I could play around with that more. And then I added pink as well, so it's a really big rainbow spectrum. And the pink design is this strawberry cow design, which I really, really like. I think the strawberry cow and it's not exactly the same shade of pink, but I think these would be such a cute set, the strawberry matcha, the strawberry cow. I might have to do a bundle design. I also still need to create a graphic to have all of them on one design because I want to offer a big bundle box at a big discount online for like the full range. How many is it? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 pairs of socks. I might even design a box set for them sometime. Not sure if that's feasible financially, but it would be so cute. I'd be so happy with that. So yeah, that's the plan. Let's see if I actually go through with it. But those are the new socks, and I also have the matching pins for them as well with all of the little animal heads. So I had to pick one, and for some I drew new ones that don't match these. But yeah, that's all of the new sock designs that we launched. So this has been a very eventful and busy week. We launched the Metamorkid design with the solo show, which was so much fun. I'm gonna add the clips now, or you've probably seen like a part. I'm not quite sure how I'm gonna edit this vlog. I have so much footage on my other camera, on my phone, and now on this camera. So we will see, but the solo show was amazing. It had a bunch of songs where I knew all of the lyrics to, so I was just kind of bopping around. And I'm so happy I got to enjoy it and I wasn't stressed about the Dokumi application because that was during the show. I brought my laptop to the show and at just before 8, I kind of went out for a second, connected to their Wi-Fi. They graciously gave me the password. And I was so fast this time. I signed up in under a minute, so I hope I got in with the first come, first serve tables. And if not, I signed up for a workshop and I also applied for a bunch of the projects to get a guaranteed table, but didn't get into any of those. And if not, I'm hoping I get luck with the raffle or with the jury selection. I just really want to get into Dokumi again. If you saw the vlog from last Dokumi, I was going to say last week, but it's a few months ago now, it's up on my channel. I'll put a card somewhere up here. But if you saw that vlog, you'll have seen that I had such a big booth, I had such a blast, and I applied for the same table size again. So that's going to be my biggest table of next year, closely followed by Leipzig Book Fair, which is also a 10 square meter open floor plan. So yeah, sign up went quickly, went smoothly. I copied my portfolio link in there. I hope it all worked out. And then I got to see the show and then we sold a bunch of merch. We ran out of the socks super quickly. I need to bring more to the next event. There's still tickets for December. You should go get them. And that's enough rambling for now. I added these to my website. I'm gonna film a TikTok on this camera in a second. And afterwards, I'm gonna go to bed because it is late and I have to prepare for MEX. The next vlog will be all about the Manga Entertainment Expo in Berlin, MEX. We're leaving on Thursday in the morning with Carrie, with Neophobica, and it's going to be a kind of full convention vlog. And I'm going to bring this camera, so I'm going to test out its full capabilities. So yeah, that's enough. Ooh, the autofocus is so good. I do enjoy this a lot. I'm going to be playing with this a lot in a second. But until then, I hope you enjoy. I hope this helped you. Check out my other social media, my Instagram, my TikTok, I don't really use Twitter anymore, all of that. And then I'll see you later. Bye-bye.